My beloved, I see the weight you're carrying, the silent battles, the hidden ache, the questions you're too tired to ask. You're wondering if I've forgotten you, if there's a way through this wilderness. And I'm telling you right now, yes, there is. I am the way. You didn't find this video by accident. This is not just encouragement, it's a divine interruption. I'm speaking to you, right now, personally, intimately, urgently. Because what you're walking through is not the end. The silence, the waiting, the pain, it's not punishment, it's preparation. And the moment you lean in, truly lean in, you will begin to see what I've been doing all along behind the scenes. Stay with me, listen closely, because before this video ends, your spirit will remember what the world tried to make you forget. That you are not alone, not forgotten, and not forsaken. I am making the way right now for you. This is not a promise void of struggle, but a divine assurance that no matter how tangled the thorns around you, I am weaving a path through them. I am crafting a way forward where you only see walls. I am preparing a road beneath your feet where others see rubble. Consider the river that carves its course through the hardest rock, not by force alone, but by time, patience, and persistence. So am I working within your life, molding circumstances, shaping moments both seen and unseen, to transport you from despair to hope. I understand the labyrinth of your thoughts and the heaviness of your doubts. They are not unknown to me, and they do not surprise me. You may feel like a traveler lost in the night, but I am the guiding star, the unwavering lamp illuminating your steps. I know the nights are long and the shadows deep, yet even in the darkness, I arrange a route for you with care and precision. You might wonder how this way will appear, what form it will take, or if it will ever come at all. Hold on to this. The way I am making is often invisible to the naked eye. It does not always arrive on swift wings or blazing commands. Sometimes it unfurls in the gentle quiet, a whispered word, a door closing, a light breaking softly at dawn. I am at work in the silence, orchestrating your deliverance. Even when you cannot yet glimpse the destination, trust that I'm tirelessly shaping a pathway through the wilderness of your current trial. My dear child, I know the frustration of waiting when every fiber of your being aches for change. I see how the weight of unanswered questions can coil tightly around your heart, squeezing it dry of hope. But I bring you this word of peace. I do not move slowly because I forget you, nor because I lack power. It is because I am crafting something beyond your comprehension, a way fitting for your destiny, a road forged not just to escape, but to transform you. I am patient with your fears, tender with your wounds, and certain of where I am leading you. This is why I invite you to lean deeper into me now. Do not recoil from the tension inside you, or the battles that rage unseen. Instead, give me your weariness and your confusion. Let me carry them as I teach you the art of faith amidst the unknown. This is not the same as blind hope. It is a choice to walk forward while trusting in my character, my unchanging nature, my infinite love. I have not abandoned you to fail. I hold your hand because you are precious in my eyes. The way I am making is marked by my love, and in that love there is strength beyond what you can muster alone. I speak to you now with a voice wrapped in compassion and power. Let this truth settle in your heart like a river's calm after the storm. No obstacle is so great that I cannot dismantle it. No barrier so firm that I cannot break it down. No situation so hopeless that I cannot redeem it. This is the essence of my promise to you. I am making a way because your story is not finished, and I delight in bringing beauty out of ashes, life out of despair. So I ask you, as you stand at the edge of your uncertainty, will you believe me this time? Will you trust me to engineer a route for you that is both secure and holy? Your future is not chained to your current troubles. My hands are crafting freedom for your spirit to walk into. Let this be the cornerstone of your hope, that I, the Lord, am working even now, unseen and relentless, to make a way where there was no way. Hold this word close. Let it be your anchor when storms howl around you, your light in the shadowed valley, your song when the night is long. My child, I am not finished with you. The path is being cleared. The walls will part. The journey will unfold. In the silence of waiting and the noise of struggle alike, I am making a way. Will you wait with me, trusting that every step will come when the moment is ripe? Your faith is a precious offering, an open hand, ready to receive my grace and guidance. Reflect on this truth now and carry it as a treasure within you. I am making a way, and I am making it for your good, your growth, and your glory. Let your heart unclench and breathe in this promise. If your spirit stirs with hope, do not turn away. Walk with me in this season of becoming, knowing that the way I prepare will lead you to a land flowing with peace, purpose, and the fullness of my love. My beloved, I see the quiet battles you fight within, the heavy shadows that press upon your heart even when the world around you seems calm. The internal struggle you bear is not a sign of weakness. It is the testimony of a soul reaching, yearning for peace amidst the chaos. I am intimately acquainted with every throb of your wounded spirit, every sigh that escapes your lips when you think no one is watching. It is in the stillness of your pain and the depths of your uncertainty that my presence dwells most powerfully. I have not abandoned you in these moments. Rather, I am drawing you closer, inviting you to rest in the shelter of my unfailing love. The wounds you carry, child, may feel like open sores, raw and unrelenting. Yet I do not want you to shrink from them or cover them with the veil of denial. Come, lay them before me. I am the healer who mends the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Do not rush past these places where your spirit feels torn. These are the sacred spaces where transformation begins. I am patient with you, my dear child, and my timing is perfect. Even when your heart races ahead in fear or frustration, the whisper of my correction is gentle, never aimed to condemn, but only to guide you back to the path of life. You might feel as though you are wandering through a wilderness without direction, stumbling in the dark with no end in sight. Yet I am with you through every step, lighting the way like a flame that will never flicker or fade. The desolation you feel, I have felt it too. Do not run from this season or push it away out of despair. Let me teach you how to endure, how to trust even when the ground shifts beneath your feet. My patience is as vast as the skies. My faithfulness does not waver. The night may seem endless, but dawn always comes. Hold on to this truth. In your moments of doubt or discouragement, remember that I have woven your story with deliberate care. Each hardship you endure is not wasted, but is crafting you into a vessel prepared for greater things. Though the enemy seeks to fill your mind with accusations or lies, I am there to whisper hope and truth. You are precious beyond measure, made in my image, loved without condition. Even in your darkest hour, you are not alone. My spirit is your companion, your comforter, your advocate. Lean into this divine companionship. Let me be the steady hand that lifts you when you falter, the voice that speaks peace when turmoil rages. I know it can be tempting to hide your struggles, to wear a mask of strength so others do not see your vulnerability. But the truth is, my beloved, you are strongest when you are real with me. Bring your authentic self, all the doubts, fears, and defects to my feet. I do not demand perfection. I cherish honesty and humility. This is a safe place for your heart where judgment has no foothold and grace flows like a river. Will you surrender your burdens to me now? Will your soul lean fully into the arms that were stretched wide at the cross for you? Let this moment be a turning point where you cease striving on your own and begin to rest in my sovereignty. There is no judgment here, only acceptance. No condemnation, only redemption. I invite you into a deep, intimate exchange, a place where your heartbeat syncs with mine, where your tears fall freely and are counted as sacred offerings. As you open the door to me, allow my love to flood your wounded places, to cleanse and refresh your spirit. I'm working all things together for your good, even when you cannot see it yet. Trust that my discipline is born of love, not anger. You are being shaped and refined through these experiences, being prepared for a joy that surpasses suffering. Feel my presence surrounding you even now, a shield and refuge in every trial. You are held, cherished, protected beyond measure. Do not despair, though the road is difficult, for I am your faithful guide and guardian. Your worth is not defined by your struggles, but by my unwavering love for you. Come closer, my dear. Let your heart slow and listen for my voice, a voice that speaks life, hope, and restoration. Remember, no night is too dark for my light to penetrate. Your healing journey is sacred and holy, a testimony of my grace at work within you. Do not be afraid to lean on me more deeply today. I am here, forever patient and kind, ready to carry you in my arms when your legs grow weary. Will you receive this peace I offer now? Will you let me calm the storms within you? If your heart is stirring, do not turn away. This is the invitation to enter fully into my presence and find true rest for your soul. My beloved, within the tender chambers of your heart rests a truth too often overshadowed by the cacophony of self-doubt and the weight of unforgiving memories. I see how you wrestle with the shadows of guilt and shame, how these burdens sometimes press so heavily that they blur your vision of who you truly are in my eyes. But hear me now. Guilt and shame are not your chains. They are the echoes of a fallen world that I desire to redeem within you. I've clothed you with a garment of grace so radiant that no stain of failure can remain upon you. This cloak is woven from threads of mercy, each strand shimmering with my steadfast love and willingness to forgive. Remember, my dear child, that forgiveness is the doorway through which healing enters. It is not merely an act of pardon, but a transformative embrace that releases you from the captivity of past mistakes. Imagine yourself standing beside a river that runs clear and deep, waters cleansing and renewing. Step into this river and feel how the currents carry away the remnants of regret, how the light from above pierces the surface, reflecting all that you're meant to become. I beckon you to enter freely into this place of mercy. Do not hesitate because of fear or unworthiness. Your past cannot bind you when my forgiveness flows continually like fresh water, never ceasing, ever inviting you to come home anew. There's a beautiful tension in this journey, the tension between what you once believed about yourself and the radiant truth that I have whispered into your soul since before time began. That truth declares you immaculate, loved beyond measure, and infinitely precious. The weight of shame distorts this, whispering lies of inadequacy and failure. But I am here to shatter those shadows with the breath of my spirit. Each moment you turn toward me, you step into a light that no darkness can overcome. This light redefines your identity, casting off the garb of disgrace and clothing you in honor and purpose. Consider how the prodigal story unfolds. A child who wandered far into places of brokenness and despair, believing themselves unworthy of return. Yet the Father's arms were open long before the steps home began. I am your Father, waiting patiently, ready to restore what has been lost or broken, to heal the fractures of your spirit with tender hands. My love is not conditional upon perfection or performance, but anchored in my unchanging nature. I know all your mistakes and all your faults, and still, I celebrate your courage each time you step toward me. even hesitantly. Will you believe me when I say that no sin or failure can separate you from my love? Will you accept the fullness of my forgiveness today? As you reflect on the overwhelming grace extended to you, allow this truth to permeate every doubt and fear. Let old wounds that have long festered under the guise of shame receive the balm of my healing touch. I am not distant or indifferent to your pain. I carry your sorrows alongside you. My heart beats in rhythm with yours. Understand that forgiveness begins within my heart towards you, not only offering pardon, but restoring dignity and peace deep within your spirit. Healing and forgiveness are not one-time events, but a daily invitation to relinquish past burdens and embrace the newness I offer. My dear, do not underestimate the power of surrender in this process. As you bring your guilt to me, lay it down like a heavy stone at my feet. Each stone is significant, and I will lift it gladly to carry it away from you. Trust that this act of surrender is a vital step in your healing. It is an acknowledgement of your need for me and an invitation for my spirit to take residence in the places that feel broken or unworthy. In that sacred exchange, my grace flows in to restore and renew. In the quiet moments when shame threatens to silence the song of your soul, remember that I am your constant companion. I am not a distant judge waiting to condemn, but a loving Redeemer with an open heart. Your failures do not define you. My love does. Let this truth settle deeply into you, like a seed planted in fertile soil, ready to sprout and bloom into robust freedom and joy. Each time the old voices of shame rise, counter them with the truth of my forgiveness and the power of my love to restore. There may be times when the wounds of guilt feel overwhelming, when the scars seem fresh despite the passage of time. This is precisely when you must lean into my presence with greater urgency. Do not run or hide from me when you feel unworthy. Instead, draw near and allow me to whisper over your weary heart, reminding you that you are cherished and clean in my sight. Healing is not always instantaneous, but my patience is endless, my provision sufficient for every ache. I will never grow tired of restoring you. Let us journey together through this valley of past mistakes and renewed hope. I am with you in the darkest moments, the times when your spirit feels bruised and broken. Like a skilled potter, I am shaping you anew, molding your life with hands of infinite care, removing every trace of shame and replacing it with radiant glory. Trust my craftsmanship and allow me to transform your pain into testimony, your guilt into praise. Now, my child, consider the new identity I offer you, not a label of failure, but a name marked by forgiveness, beloved by me beyond all measure. When you find yourself faltering under the weight of guilt, lift your eyes toward me, for I am the source of unfailing grace and reconciliation. Let this moment be a turning point where you embrace forgiveness, not just as a concept, but as the lifeblood of your being. Will you step fully into this grace, allowing me to cleanse and renew? Will you let go of the past and receive the new creation I am fashioning within you? If your heart is stirring with the desire to be free from shame and guilt, do not turn away. Come closer and let my forgiveness flow abundantly over you, as vast and deep as the ocean. Walk in the freedom I have won for you, and know that with each step forward, you are embraced, healed, and made whole. My love never fails, and my promise to restore never fades. Trust me as I restore you, beloved, for your healing is my delight and your forgiveness is my gift to you. My dear, there is a sacred space deep within you where I long to dwell, a sanctuary untouched by the chaos of the world, unblemished by fleeting doubts and fear. This is the place of intimacy between us, a quiet garden in the relentless wilderness of life where you and I meet without pretense or distraction. Know that I am not distant, nor do I withhold my presence. I am near, closer than your very breath, whispering love into the chambers of your heart. Even when the noise of life makes you unaware, it is in the hush of your soul, in the silences you feel, where I speak most clearly. This is the sacred language of belonging that no one else can teach or take away. I understand, beloved, how often your mind races ahead, anxious and fearful, looking for proof that you are not alone, that you are seen, cherished, and precious in my eyes. But the truth is, your worth is not in what you do, what you achieve, or how others perceive you. It is rooted eternally in who you are to me. You are my treasured one, formed with exquisite care, known fully and loved completely. I have engraved you upon my heart, your joys, your sorrows, your hidden places, and your loudest cries. You belong to me as a vine belongs to the tree, drawing life and strength from my presence, growing slowly but steadily into the fullness of your divine purpose. Let me tell you of the great beauty found in this tender union. When you come to me as you are, with your scars, burdens, battles, and brokenness, we do not stand apart. I wrap you in my arms, enfolding you in peace that surpasses understanding, calming the storms raging inside you. Imagine a vast ocean at dawn, calm and glistening, the overwhelming noise settled beneath a horizon that promises daybreak. That is the peace I offer. The peace that blankets your soul when you lay aside your self-reliance and allow me to carry your burdens. This intimacy is not earned by perfection, but invited through honesty, through the courage to turn to me in your most vulnerable moments. The loneliness you feel, the isolation that chokes you, is not where you belong. You were never meant to walk this path alone. Even when the world seems to whisper that you are forgotten, I see you, truly see you, in all your complexity and beauty. The places you've tried to hide, the wounds you've kept wrapped in silence, they are all held gently in my hands. Together, we heal, rebuild, and kindle a bond that no trial can sever. The fellowship I invite you into is eternal, beyond the limits of time or circumstance. It is a spiritual home where your soul is nourished, a refuge that no enemy can breach. There's a divine belonging that arises when you recognize that I am your constant companion. I am the lamp that casts away shadows, lighting your path. When confusion clouds your way, when you lean into this truth, when your heart listens and your spirit responds, a transformation begins. Fear gives way to trust. Doubt is replaced by faith, and despair blossoms into hope. Your soul, once restless and wandering, finds its rhythm in me, the almighty conductor of your life's symphony. Do not rush this intimate dance. Tender closeness takes time, but yields joy that overflows. Even when silence stretches long and unanswered prayers linger in the air, my beloved, my presence remains steadfast. I am not silent without purpose. Sometimes the deepest union grows in waiting, in leaning not on your understanding, but on the promise that I am with you every step. I breathe life into your waiting seasons, ensuring that your faith is refined like gold in the fire, pure, radiant, and unshaken. So when your heart grows weary with loneliness, rest in this. Every moment of solitude is a secret meeting place just between us, a time when your soul is being prepared for a greater revelation of my love. Child, I know how desperately you crave acceptance and understanding. These longings are sacred threads woven into your being by my hand. They point to the ultimate truth. Your soul thirsts for me and will never be fully satisfied with anything less. The world's offerings are but echoes of the fullness I provide in your intimate knowing of me. Don't settle for the shadows when the light is so near. Come freely, come often, and pour out your heart without fear of rejection or shame. You walk not as one who is alone, but as one cherished, enveloped in the arms of the divine. Let this truth settle in you like a gentle river flowing through dry land. Let my love be the anchor that holds you firm when waves of doubt and loneliness surge around you. I delight in the moments when you pause, when you remember my nearness, and let your spirit rest in the shelter of my presence. Each heartbeat is an invitation to deeper closeness, a sacred dance of belonging that transcends human understanding and invites you into the very heart of divine fellowship. So I ask you now, will you lean into this intimate union? Will you quiet your restless thoughts and come as you are, not for what you can do, but simply because you are my beloved? Allow me to be your safe haven, the wellspring where your soul drinks deeply and finds renewal. This is not an obligation, but a gift, an everlasting embrace that I offer freely and unconditionally. Trust me, my dear, with all that you are and all that you long to be. Here in my presence, you are never alone. You are fully known and you are profoundly loved. Child, your sacred belonging with me is the foundation and the culmination of your journey. Hold fast to this knowledge. When the night is dark and the road is lonely, I am with you always. If your heart is stirring, do not turn away. Come closer now, and let us commune as only two hearts can, yours and mine. For you were created for this divine intimacy, now and forever. My dear, I see the turmoil that wrestles within your soul, the tangled web of fear, anxiety, and doubt that threatens to unravel the peace I long to unfold you in. These shadows do not catch me by surprise. I have crafted your heart to withstand the storms, even when they rage fiercely, and to find refuge beneath the shelter of my wings. I understand that trembling uncertainty feels paralyzing, as if the ground beneath you is shifting and nothing is certain. But hear my voice now, tender and unwavering. Your fear is not the verdict of your life. It is a whisper, a fleeting shadow that cannot endure in the light of my presence. There is a profound and mysterious power in surrendering your anxieties to me, to lay down the heavy burdens you have carried alone, to reveal the cracks through which your fears creep, and to trust me with the fragile pieces of your heart. This is the beginning of healing, where the house built on the sands of doubt transforms into a fortress founded on my steadfast love. Anxiety often convinces you that you must hold tight to control. But beloved, I am inviting you into a different reality, one where control rests in my hands while you rest in my embrace. Imagine a child who clings fiercely to the edge of a storm-tossed boat, terrified of the waves and the darkness around. That child is precious to me, and I am the calm harbor, the quiet refuge where the water is still and the skies clear. I do not demand you be fearless instantly. Rather, I am asking you to begin the journey toward peace. Step by step, moment by moment, you can exchange your trembling for trust. It is not a simple exchange. I know. I see every sleepless night, every pit in your stomach, every whispered worry. Yet within those moments lies a sacred openness, an invitation to lean into me, to hear my heartbeat echoing your own. Doubt often follows fear, like a relentless shadow, whispering lies about your worthiness, your future, your very place in my kingdom. Yet, child, I have placed my spirit within you to be your guide, your counselor, and your unwavering assurance. When doubt creeps in and tells you that you are alone, unworthy, or too broken to be beloved, remember this. The same hands that fashioned the stars also fashioned you. You are not an afterthought or accident. You are my masterpiece, created for purpose and wrapped in infinite love. Let me share with you a vision. Picture a garden where the seeds of doubt threaten to choke the fragile shoots of faith, but these garden beds are under my watchful care. I am the gardener who waters and tends, pruning away the dead leaves and nourishing what is good. There is no place in this garden for fear to flourish unchecked. I am cultivating peace, even when you cannot yet perceive it. Trust that growth may happen quietly beneath the surface, yet it is no less real. Have you noticed how sometimes your deepest fears reveal the places where I want to pour in my healing light? Those moments when your heart feels the sharpest pain or confusion are precisely where my gentle hand seeks to restore you. I am not distant or detached from your suffering. I entered into human experience in its fullness to show you that you do not bear your struggles alone. The echoes of my love resound in every corner of your being, ready to banish anxiety and birth a faith that can move mountains. Begin today by breathing my peace in, slowly, deliberately. Imagine inhaling my calm as though it were the purest air, filling every chamber of your spirit, and exhaling your fears into the safe spaces I create around you. When fear rises, do not fight it alone. Turn towards me in prayer, in silent surrender, in weary whispers, knowing that every faltering step toward me is met with joy in heaven. You do not have to banish anxiety overnight, but you can place it in my hands over and over again. My child, you are not forgotten in your struggle. The God who holds the vast cosmos also holds you, not as a burden, but as a treasure. Let this truth settle in you. Your fear and doubt are invitations, not indictments. They beckon you deeper into my presence, where courage is born and peace prevails. Will you come as you are, with all your trembling doubts and anxious thoughts, and let me remind you that you belong to me? Will you place your trust in the eternal and unshakable foundation of my love? This path may be long and winding, but each step will draw you closer to the light you seek. I am here, patient and ready to meet you in every quiet moment when fear threatens to overwhelm. Do not push your pain away, nor pretend it is not real. Bring it to me honestly, and I will exchange it for my peace. Rest, beloved, in the assurance that no darkness is too deep for my light, no storm too fierce for my shelter. Let your heart be open to this gentle transformation, and when the shadows come, reach out for my hand without hesitation. I am your refuge and your strength, and in me your soul will finally find its quiet place. If your heart is stirring, do not turn away. Come and breathe my peace. My beloved, as you continue to walk through the intricate paths I have laid before you, know this. There is a sacred purpose woven into every breath you take, every challenge you face, and every quiet moment of your heart's yearning. I see you not as the world sees you, but as the masterpiece I have crafted with infinite care and intention. In the depths of your being, there's a calling that stirs, a calling shaped by my hands, designed to unleash the fullness of life I have prepared for you. Many times you may feel the weight of uncertainty pressing down upon your shoulders, as if the horizon is shrouded in thick fog and the road ahead is lost to your sight. Perhaps you question if your efforts matter, or if your dreams bear any significance in the grand tapestry of existence. I tell you now, my dear child, your purpose is alive and breathing within you. Even when you cannot perceive it, it is secreted deep within your soul like a seed, waiting for the right season to burst forth with vibrant blooms and fruit. Consider the seasons of the natural world, the barren trees in winter standing naked against the cold sky. Do not doubt the coming of spring. They rest in a silence filled with divine promise. Your moments of waiting and confusion are not empty voids, but fertile soil where the seeds of destiny are taking root. I am with you in that soil, nourishing you with my spirit, coaxing life from your depths. Will you not trust me enough to rest in this unknown, to hold fast to the truth that even when you cannot see the path, I am carving it faithfully on your behalf? I have given you gifts and talents uniquely suited to your personal journey, not to be compared or measured by the standards of others, but to be cultivated with patient perseverance. I delight in the unfolding of your story because it reveals my glory in ways no other can. When the days seem long and the progress appears slow, remember that the process itself is holy. Like the potter who gently turns the clay on the wheel, I am shaping you with loving hands, refining you through each twist and turn, molding you into the vessel I desire for my purposes. Do not fear the times you feel misunderstood or overlooked, for these are the crucibles where strength is forged and clarity is born. Your destiny is not found in the approval of crowds or the applause of man, but in the quiet affirmation that comes from abiding in me. Draw near to my heart and listen with the ears of your soul. I am speaking to you still, resting my voice in the gentle breathing of your spirit, calling you by name into a future rich with hope and promise. The dreams I have placed within you are not random or whimsical. They are a divine blueprint etched onto your heart. When doubt clouds your mind or fear threatens to steal your peace, return to that blueprint. It is a map designed to guide you through the darkest valleys into radiant light. I am the true source of your strength, and in surrendering your will to mine, you will discover a wellspring of power that surpasses all obstacles. Purpose is not only about reaching a destination, but about the transformation that occurs on the journey. Every challenge you encounter is an opportunity to step deeper into my grace and exhibit my steadfast love. When you are tempted to despair or consider turning back, remember that I am walking alongside you, steadfast and unwavering. Nothing in all creation can separate you from my divine plan for your life. Beloved, do not underestimate the significance of your presence in this world. You are called to be a light in the darkness, a beacon of hope and love. Your life, with all its triumphs and trials, bears witness to my redeeming power. Embrace the purpose I have declared over you with courage and joy, knowing that I have equipped you for every task you face. Will you take this moment to offer your heart anew, to affirm your willingness to move forward in faith and obedience? Let this truth settle in you. Your purpose is a gift from me, sanctified and secure, and I will bring it to fruition in accordance with my perfect will. You are not alone on this journey. I am your constant companion, your ever-present help, your refuge in times of trouble. Walk confidently into your destiny, knowing I have appointed you for this very season and that my love will never let you go. Do not merely hope, but actively seek the unfolding of your calling. Engage your spirit in prayerful pursuit and rest in the assurance that I am orchestrating all things for your good. Stand firm against negativity and fear, and embrace the powerful identity I have given you as my beloved child, called and chosen for great things. The path may be steep and the terrain rough, but my grace is more than sufficient for you. If your heart is stirring and the desire to fulfill your purpose pulses within your soul, do not turn away or silence the voice I have placed there. Answer the call with a resolute spirit and unwavering faith, knowing every step you take is accompanied by my eternal presence and unending love. In this divine partnership, you will find strength beyond your own and joy beyond measure. My dear child, I'm already working all things together for your destiny. Rest in this assurance. Rise with renewed hope and move boldly into the future I have prepared just for you. Your purpose is alive, your calling is sound, and your destiny is secure in me. My dear, there are seasons within your soul where doubt creeps in like the shadows of a fading dusk, whispering questions you fear to voice even within yourself. These shadows dance at the edges of your faith, casting uncertainty upon truths that once glowed with undeniable light. Understand first that doubt is not a failing. It is the trembling soil before seeds burst forth with vibrant life. I am here, steadfast as the ancient mountains, unshaken by your moments of hesitation. I've walked beside you through every questioning thought, every lingering fear that you might be alone in this uncharted emotional night. Within the garden of your heart, doubts may attempt to take root, drawing up nourishment from fears and past wounds. But know that I am the divine gardener, whose hands are gentle yet mighty. I prune away what threatens your growth, tenderly clearing the soil so that courage and faith may flourish anew. There is wisdom hidden within your doubts. They are not obstacles, but invitations to deeper understanding, to an intimacy that surpasses mere certainty. Do not recoil from your uncertainty. Instead, allow it to draw you closer to me. Lean into the silence where answers are born, and trust that the lack of immediate clarity is fertile ground for spiritual renewal. I have never demanded blind faith from you. Rather, I call you into a faith that is alive, moving with the ebb and flow of your inner tides. Sometimes faith is a whisper, fragile and trembling, and that suffices for my purposes. When you feel your heart falter, remember that my love is relentless, unmovable, even when your firm convictions are shaken. The trust I seek is not in the strength of your resolution, but in your willingness to return to me again and again, even amid uncertainty. Each time you come back, you breathe new life into the relationship we share, weaving ever tighter the threads of belonging and devotion. Fear and anxiety are often the companions of doubt, filling your mind with what-ifs and tangled scenarios that seek to entrap your spirit. Yet I am the ever-burning light in your darkness. I do not expect you to banish these shadows by your own strength. Instead, take them to me. Lay them at my feet like burdens too heavy to bear. I promise not to dismiss them, but to transform them, like the refining fire that purges impurities from gold. My presence purifies the anxious heart, reshaping it into one that trusts beyond understanding. In your weakness, my power is perfected. In your trembling, my firm grasp steadies you. There's a sacred rhythm in the dance between faith and doubt, a divine tension designed to draw you deeper into the mystery of my love. Each question you carry, each moment of uncertainty can be a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. They urge you to seek, to wrestle, to hunger for revelation. Do not fear to expose your fragility before me, for vulnerability is the birthplace of authentic faith. It is not the absence of questions that marks a mature believer, but the courage to cling to me while those questions remain unanswered. This is a sacred journey, my beloved, and I walk it with you, every uncertain step illuminated by my unwavering presence. I invite you now to examine your doubts, not as enemies, but as doorways, inviting you to enter more fully into my heart. Consider the restless moments, the nights when you have wrestled alone with the heaviness of unknowing. What truths are waiting beneath the surface, yearning to be uncovered? Will you allow me to lead you gently through this wilderness, teaching you that faith does not always roar, but sometimes breathes quietly beneath the storm? Trust in my timing, my kindness, and my purposes. Even when your soul grows impatient, I am crafting something holy through this very tension, something that will anchor you securely in love long after the storm has passed. Remember the story of the ancient tree whose roots delve deep into the earth, unseen yet holding steady against the fiercest winds. So too is your soul being anchored beneath the turbulent skies of doubt. The roots of your faith, nourished by my spirit, grow stronger in the soil of questioning and seeking. You may not perceive this strengthening, but I am shaping you into a fortress of belief, a sanctuary where my spirit dwells freely and powerfully. In those moments when your heart trembles, reach out to me. Allow me to wrap my arms around your uncertainty and transform it into a sanctuary of peace. My dear child, this journey through doubt is not a sign that you have strayed from my presence. On the contrary, it is a sacred passage forged by love. I am here, steady and unwavering, inviting you to rest beneath the branches of my grace. Even when your spirit is restless, The struggle you endure is not to separate you from me, but to draw you into a deeper, more resilient faith. Will you accept this love that meets you exactly where you are in every questioning, faltering moment? Let this invitation stand before your heart as a beacon, guiding you beyond fear and into a peace that surpasses human understanding. Will you believe me this time? My dear, I know there are moments when the weight of feeling lost, abandoned, or unseen presses so heavily upon your soul that it seems as though the very breath of hope is slipping away. In the stillness of your heart, where silence often feels like a void, I am whispering truths that defy the darkness you are facing. You are not forgotten. You are never alone. Even when the world around you seems indifferent or distant, I have woven you into the tapestry of eternity with threads of infinite love and purpose, threads that no sorrow or isolation can unravel. There's a profound depth to the ache of feeling unseen, a silent cry that longs for recognition and belonging. Yet, my dear child, it is in those quiet, solitary moments that I am closest to you, bending low to catch every unspoken prayer, every trembling sigh. The loneliness you endure is not a decree of emptiness, but an invitation to deeper fellowship with me, a sacred space where you can lay down every mask and pretense and reveal your true self without fear. I meet you there, not with judgment, but with arms outstretched and a heart overflowing with unconditional love. When abandonment seems to shadow your path, remember that my presence is the unwavering light that no darkness can extinguish. Even as the night stretches long and your steps falter, I am your steadfast companion, your refuge and strength. The storms that rage within and around you are not signs that you have been forsaken, but rather the fertile soil in which resilience and faith take root. Though you may not see it now, my beloved, these seasons of solitude are shaping you into a vessel of compassion and wisdom, prepared to pour my love into the lives of others who are also wandering in the wilderness. Feeling lost is one of the most unsettling human experiences, and yet it is also an essential chapter in your story of transformation. When you find yourself disoriented, unsure of which way to turn, I am the compass that never fails. My spirit whispers in the stillness, guiding your heart toward the path I have lovingly prepared for you. It is not always the easiest path. Often it is winding and shadowed by uncertainty. But each step you take in obedience, even when shrouded in doubt, draws you closer to the fulfillment of your unique destiny. Trust in my patience, my child, as I lead you through the wilderness toward the purpose I have destined for you. Do not let the feeling of invisibility make you question your significance. I see every tear you have shed, every moment you have hidden your pain behind a brave face. In my eyes, you shine with a light that no darkness can quench, a light born from the very image of my divine love, imprinted deeply within you. When you feel unseen by others, let my spirit be the mirror reflecting your true worth back to you. A worth not defined by circumstances, but by the eternal nature of my love. Your value is priceless, unshakable, and visible to me always. My dear child, the sorrow of feeling abandoned or lost may tempt you to withdraw, to build walls that shield your heart from further hurt. Yet it is in vulnerability that I find the gateway to your deepest healing. Allow me to gently tear down those walls, not to expose you to more pain, but to free you from the chains that bind your heart. When you surrender your fears and doubts to me, I replace them with a peace that transcends human understanding, a peace that anchors your soul in the midst of life's tempests. Let this truth settle in you. You are treasured, you are known, and you are held in hands that will never release you. In the vastness of life's trials, you might wonder, why must I endure this solitude? Why the silence when I call upon you, my beloved? Each moment of feeling lost or unseen is a secret chapter of your spiritual formation. The hidden places of your soul are the ground where faith is refined like gold, where trust in my timing grows strong and unwavering. I am present even when hidden by the clouds of doubt and silence. Your journey through shadows is not meant to be an end, but a passage, a journey of becoming the radiant light I have destined you to be. You are part of a great and holy symphony, a divine masterpiece being composed with infinite care. Even when you feel like a faint, isolated note in the vastness, your melody is essential and beloved. Embrace these moments of stillness and apparent invisibility with courage. Let them draw you closer to me, to a place where your soul is nourished and your identity restored. You belong to me, my dear child, and that belonging fills every empty space no one else can reach. Know this, I am not distant nor deaf to your heart's cries. In your loneliness, I am the warm breath of dawn, the gentle breeze that stirs hope within you. You were never created to walk this journey in despair. I carry you when you're too weary to stand. In your invisibility, you are deeply seen by me. Receive this with open arms and a trusting heart. If your heart is stirring, do not turn away from my embrace. Come to me and find the belonging you seek in my everlasting love. My dear child, you are walking a path that seems shadowed, and I see the weight you bear, the feeling of being lost, abandoned, unseen. These sensations wrap around your heart like thick fog, obscuring the light and muffling the voice that calls you forward. Yet hear me now, you are never truly lost in my eyes, not even for a moment. When you wander through valleys where the sun struggles to shine, I am the steadfast beam piercing the gloom, guiding your footsteps with unwavering patience. Consider the night sky when clouds conceal the stars. To the eye, it is darkness without light. But those stars remain constant, hidden only for a season, waiting for the clouds to pass. So it is with my love. It is constant and unchanging, always fixed upon you, even when you cannot perceive it. I am not distant or indifferent. I carry you beneath the shadow of my wings, sheltering you from the storms raging within and around you. The silence that feels like abandonment is, in truth, my tender invitation for you to lean into me more deeply, to trust beyond the veil of uncertainty. When feelings of being unseen arise, know that you are intimately known, seen in every hidden corner of your heart, every whispered hope and secret sorrow. My gaze is not fleeting. It is an unrelenting, passionate acknowledgement of who you are and who I created you to be. You are etched perfectly into my design, a masterpiece that no eyes on earth have fully comprehended, wrapped in glory and purpose that extends beyond your current understanding. The sensation of abandonment is but a shadow of the lies that attempt to convince you of your insignificance. Know that I, your heavenly Father, have not and will never abandon you. The very breath that animates you is proof of my continuous presence. Even the quietest moment of your life vibrates with my attention. There is a sacred space within you where my spirit dwells intimately, never leaving, always drawing you toward hope and restoration. I see your struggle in wrestling with confusion and isolation. Sometimes the noise of the world drowns out my whisper, causing you to feel disconnected from me and from those around you. Yet this isolation serves a divine purpose. It refines your dependence on me alone. Like the olive branch that withers without the nurturing sun, your soul thrives when rooted in my love and presence. I am gently calling you out of the wilderness of loneliness into the embrace of my everlasting arms. Trust that even this wilderness is being transformed by my hand into a place of growth and revelation. Let this truth seep deeply into your being. You are never hidden from me. Even when oblivion seems to engulf you, my eyes search the depths of your heart. holding you tenderly as you process pain and doubt. This space you occupy and feeling unseen is not my plan's conclusion, but a quiet preparation for a new horizon of revelation and belonging. Your journey through these seasons is known and marked by my divine fingerprints. Each trial a sacred thread in the tapestry of your life. If your heart is stirring with questions of worth and presence, bring them to me without hesitation. In the openness of this exchange, I will meet you with reassurance beyond all human understanding. Your feelings aren't insignificant. They're truths that call for my healing touch and gentle correction. Give me your unrest, your yearning to be known and understood fully. I am here, ever ready to pour out my love and confirm you are cherished beyond measure. Child, the world may miss your light. People may overlook your struggles or dismiss your presence. That does not diminish your value or the depth of my love for you. You are a hidden gem waiting to be revealed, not for the applause of the world, but for the eternal delight in my heart. I have called you my own, secure in my family, woven into the fabric of my kingdom. Your feelings of invisibility are not a reflection of your reality in me, but the veil that my love will soon lift. Rest in this promise. You are never forsaken. I am holding you close, anchoring your soul in a love that cannot be shaken by circumstances or momentary darkness. Allow my spirit to illuminate the hidden chambers of your heart where these feelings reside. I will bring clarity to confusion, peace to unrest, and radiance to the shadowed corners. Let me be the light that reveals your worth and the cornerstone upon which you stand firm. Will you trust me now as you wrestle with the ache of being unseen? Will you let me draw you from the wilderness of abandonment into the fullness of my embrace? Know that every step you take in faith, no matter how faltering, is met with my unwavering support. I will never let you fall beyond reach, for you belong to me now and forever. Let this truth empower you to rise beyond those feelings, refreshed and sure in my presence. My dear, you carry my image, and in you my glory shines, unseen by human eyes, yet radiant before my throne. Hold on to me through this season, knowing that the feeling of being lost is temporary, but my love for you is eternal. Let this reassurance root into your soul like a mighty tree that stands firm in storms, unshakable, flourishing ever more deeply in the nurturing soil of my care. Let this promise settle in you, my dear. As we come to the close of this intimate conversation, I want you to rest once more in the depth of my love for you. You are not a fleeting thought or a passing shadow in this vast universe. You are my treasured creation, formed with purpose and in infinite care, woven into the tapestry of eternity with threads of divine intention. When you feel overwhelmed by the weight of questions or the silence that seems to stretch endlessly around you, remember that I am there, steady and true, the unchanging heart beating with eternal constancy beside yours. Your identity is not derived from the shifts of circumstance or the opinions whispered on the wind. It is anchored in me. I have chosen you, loved you before you drew your first breath, and I carry the story of your life like a precious song composed before the dawn. Even in moments when you doubt your worth, know that within you resides a reflection of my glory. A spark of the divine image that cannot be erased by failure or fear. I see beyond the surface of your struggles to the soul that dances with hope even when it trembles. My embrace is wide enough to hold every flicker of pain, every cry, and every tear. Remember that your purpose is not a distant prize. It is alive within you, blooming quietly beneath the daily rhythms. The journey to discover it may wind through valleys and mountains, but every step is known to me, every detour trusted by my hand. You are never truly lost, for I am the compass and the light that guides through the darkest forests of uncertainty. When doubts arise and the future seems a blurred line, do not turn away from me. Instead, draw near and feel the pulse of my presence thrum through your being. Let me whisper courage into the corners of your heart, where fear once dwelled. I desire for you a relationship that surpasses the ordinary, that breathes life into your soul and calls you deeper into mystery. There is a sacred intimacy awaiting you, born not of works or rituals, but of simple trust and honest thirst. Approach me with your whole self, the joys and the brokenness alike, and you will find a home in my heart. Here you are accepted, cherished beyond measure, and invited to rest from striving. This is the place where your soul can be healed, your spirit renewed, and your path illuminated by the gentle fire of my love. So live with the radiant confidence that you belong to me, that every beat of your heart echoes a divine connection, unbreakable by time or trial. You have been fashioned for an extraordinary destiny, not defined by worldly success, but by the depth of your walk with me and the love you extend to others. Do not shrink back into shadows of doubt or fear, but stand in the light of who you are made to be. My beloved child, crafted in beauty and strength, let this truth settle deep within you now. Carry it in your silence and in your speaking. When you wake and as you lay your head down to rest, whisper it in your heart. I am loved. I am chosen. I am cherished beyond all measure. My beloved, before you go, pause. Let your heart rest in what you've just heard. This was not just a message, it was a meeting. You didn't stumble here by accident. I brought you because I know exactly what your soul needs. In a world that rushes past pain and buries truth beneath noise, this space is different. This is where your heart finds breath again. This is where you remember who you are to me. So return here often. Let this channel be your sanctuary, a place where my voice will keep reaching into the broken, the weary, the wondering parts of you. Subscribe, not just to stay connected, but to stay grounded. Because every time you return, I will be here waiting, speaking, healing, restoring. And if your spirit was stirred today, share this message. Someone else is wandering in the dark, waiting to hear that they are not alone. Come back again and again, not for content, but for communion. You are never alone, never forgotten. You are deeply loved, and I'm not finished with you yet. Amen.